Competitor 179, John Blaze. Everything looks good for him, but it really does not. Essentially, John's been given a death sentence. A cruel disease has already rendered his hands almost useless. But his effort today is not.
I've lived a pretty full 34 years. And I've done stuff that most people never do in a lifetime. My version of the Blazeman, he's just an underdog who's always had to overcome obstacles, and he's still doing it.
We always expected that there might be a phone call that John has had an accident, he's broken a leg, or God forbid, maybe even something worse. But we were never expecting to get a phone call from our son to tell us that, you know, I think I've got ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. After his diagnosis, I said to him, John, you're coming home to live, not die.
My parents have been strong so far. I just think what's happening is a family's learning to deal with something they never thought they'd have to deal with.
If John was to ask you how he learned to tie his shoes, he would give you a story about my dad just got fed up, sat me down, and he said, we're gonna learn this, and we did. The first time in my life, on one of our training walks, I had to tie his shoes. And I said to him, John, you're making me appreciate all of the little things in life. And he didn't say anything, he just kind of cocked his head and said, yeah, I know, Dad.
Is this a self-fulfilling prophecy? This is God's plan? Have I been appointed this job? I think about that a lot.
This race has become John Blaze's way of spitting in the face of ALS.
It's been 70 years and we've got nothing on ALS. The best they can tell you is that the average person lives between 2 to 5 years. After about 1 year of diagnosis, you just go downhill real quick. The doctor basically offered me the same thing they offered Lou Gehrig in 1939.
I'm alone, turn
Do you believe in fate? Well, today, John's fate is to make it to the line.
Understand that this is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. Your life. Face your fears and live your dreams. Take it all in. Yes, every chance you get. Come close. And by all means, whatever you do, get it on film.
John Blaze, you are an Ironman. And we do have it on film. He finished the race with ALS. He said, I'm going to finish under my own power or they're going to have to roll me across the finish line. Well, he did it under his own power. "12 months later, his ALS has advanced. He's confined to a wheelchair, facing certain death.
My focus coming back here this year was to bring the war on ALS to Kona. You know, talk about a disease, Lou Gehrig's disease, that not many people know much about. They don't know how hideous the disease is. I mean, the fact that I did the race last year, here I am sitting now in a wheelchair like I predicted. Next year, I won't be sitting in front of any cameras. I'll be gone.
This year, he's in a wheelchair. Last year, he finished the Ironman. Brian Breen watched that and wanted to honor John's cause. So he spoke to John's dad, and he said,
my son and I, we're looking to build a team. If you want to be part of this team, we're not asking for a lot. We're not asking for you to raise $1 million or raise $10,000. We need awareness. We need people to hear this story, and we need people to continue to tell this story. And so that's it.
I'm looking forward to being there at the finish line, waiting for him, you know, come midnight. It's going to be bittersweet because, you know, this is it. It's almost like in life, they say, well, you know, like I said, life's not a dress rehearsal. How do you get excited about something that, you know, is once it's over, and it's never going to come again? So you got to live in the moment, and that's what I'll be doing, because I think heading back on that plane, I'll be thinking a lot about what went on here this year, and you know, after that, there's really nothing more that I can do as far as the war on ALS. It's time to pass the torch.
John Blaze can no longer take steps toward the destinations of his life. But if we keep moving forward to try and stop an insidious killer, then words become a legacy. For now, it's become a movement that is growing.
Life's not a dress rehearsal, so you got to live in the moment, and there's really nothing more that I can do as far as the war on ALS.